Hello, everybody. At UFC on ESPN2 today, Justin Gaethje knocked out Edson Barboza out cold in the first round against the cage. And before the fight, I thought this fight could go either way. And Edson Barboza is more of a technical striker with kickboxing, and Justin Gaethje is kind of a semi-brawler with very, very good kicks and very, very good chin and the constant forward pressure. And I thought if Justin Gaethje was going to win the fight, it was going to be by knockout because it's not because Justin Gaethje has ridiculous knockout power. It's because Edson Barboza doesn't. His chin is a little bit suspect because he got dropped by Donald Cerrone with a jab and then got choked out. And then he got dropped by Gilbert Melendez. And then he got mauled by Khabib Nurmagomedov. And then the next fight, he got mauled by Kevin Lee. So I knew that his chin was going to be a little bit vulnerable. And Justin Gaethje took advantage of it. And if Edson was going to win it was going to be by constant leg kicks and chewing up on his leg, chewing up on his body, head kicks, spinning wheel kick, everything. And then the first exchange, well, for the first 30 seconds, it seemed like it was going to be a kick fest. And then they were just kicking the hell out of each other. And then they started brawling. And then for Edson Barboza, it's a bad idea to brawl with Justin Gaethje because Justin Gaethje can brawl because he's got chin. He's got chin. Still, he's got chin. But for Edson Barboza, he gotta stick. He gotta move around and not brawl. But he started brawling, and then he got clipped. And then from then on, it was just Justin Gaethje moving forward and trying to knock out Edson Barboza. And then after a while, Justin Gaethje knocked out Edson Barboza. So it was a little bit surreal to see Justin Gaethje getting 2 wins in a row and 2 knockouts in a row with one punch. Like he knocked out that the tall guy. What's his name? The tall guy that looks like an ant. James Vick with one punch. So Justin Gaethje is 20-2 with 2 losses to Dustin Poirier and Eddie Alvarez. And I think that Justin Gaethje can beat people with suspect chin, with his good chin and forward pressure. But whenever he fights a very, very technical striker with power, with good chin, I think he has hard time. So, and for Edson Barboza, he needs distance. Because he's a kick-oriented fighter, he needs distance. He needs distance to kick his opponent. He needs distance to body kick him. Like when he fought Dan Hooker, he had distance, so he could do whatever he wanted with the kicks. But when he fought Justin Gaethje, with the pressure, he got mauled. With Kevin Lee, with just tremendous wrestling, he got mauled. Khabib Nurmagomedov, tremendous wrestling, he got mauled. But against fighters that he can keep distance with, I think he can win. But the main factor of him losing in this fight is because of his suspect chin, I think. So when you look at the ranking, so the champion is Khabib Nurmagomedov. Number 1 is Tony Ferguson. Number 2 is Conor McGregor. Number 3, Dustin Poirier. 4, L.I. Quinta. 5, Kevin Lee. 6, Edson Barboza. 7, Donald Cerrone. 8, Justin Gaethje. 9, Paul Felder. 10, Gregor Gillespie. So I think the winner, so Justin Gaethje won the fight. So I think he has to face maybe Paul Felder or the winner or loser of Donald Cerrone versus L.I. Quinta. And Kevin Lee is moving up to a welterweight to face RDA. But I'd love to see Kevin Lee versus Justin Gaethje. Because I heard that Justin Gaethje's got really good wrestling. like college wrestling. So I want to see if he can deal with Kevin Lee's wrestling. If he can deal with Kevin Lee's wrestling, he's gonna fuck Kevin Lee up because Kevin Lee has suspect chin as well. So I'd love to see him against Eli Quinta too, but he's facing Donald Cerrone, so maybe he fights Tony Ferguson. That's a good fight because that's gonna be hell of a fight. But Tony Ferguson is number one ranked, and Edson Barboza is 6. Justin Gaethje is 8. So I think Justin Gaethje will move up to number 6. And Justin Gaethje, I used to say, there was a video that I made that Justin Gaethje is overrated. That if he keeps on fighting like this style, he's gonna lose his chin, and then he's gonna eventually get knocked out every single fight he fights in. But the thing is, he is exciting, and it seems like the past 2 fights that he's won, he's still a brawler, but he seems to be doing a measured brawling. So he's not like doing a crazy brawling, but he's just a little bit more cautious. So I think that I don't see him becoming a champion. I don't see him becoming a champion with this caliber. But it seems like he's definitely a top level fighter. So Dana White loves this kind of fighter. Like he loves fighter that comes to fight. He hates fighters that are Tyron Woodley with ridiculous physical strength and physical ability, but that doesn't really do anything about it. But he loves guys like Justin Gaethje. Like, I know for a fact that I don't know. I haven't watched the fight conference yet, but I know for a fact that Justin Gaethje wants 50 G's, and so Justin Gaethje probably at least the next event he will be a co-main event or main event. Like, UFC will love the shit out of Justin Gaethje because win or lose, he always comes to fight and he is exciting. So for Edson Barboza, who will he fight next? I don't think he's gonna fight anyone in top 5. Maybe he fights Paul Felder. Did Paul Felder and Edson Barboza, did they fight each other yet? If they haven't, I think they'll fight each other. Or maybe against Gregor Gillespie. Or maybe Charles Oliveira. I mean, anyway, it could be true that I underestimated Justin Gaethje, but if he wins another fight, like the next fight in UFC, I mean, he's legit. But the fact that he is a semi-brawler makes me worry that he might not be able to break into top 3. So, yeah, it is what it is. So, kudos for Justin Gaethje, and bad luck for what's his name, Edson Barboza. That was a brutal knockout. He got knocked out cold. He was like, he got punched by a right hand, and then he was stiff. So it is what it is. It's the reality of this sport. So thanks for watching.